Welcome to Bougie Bonnets.
Welcome.
I'm Lori and this is Lena.
Lena.
This is our first episode and we're so excited to be here.
I know, right? This is a juicy episode too.
It's gonna be good.
I think so.
It's gonna be good.
Alright, so today's episode is about Black women in management. So both of us are in management, and of course we are Black women, and we have a lot of things that we want to discuss today, especially involving like struggles, expectation, and gossip. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay.
But first, how was your week?
It was good, girl. They kicked my ass, but other than that, girl, I was so happy to cause I work from home, y'all, on Friday. So when Thursday hit and we got that macaroni and cheese, it was on the popping.
Yeah.
It was real good. That place was real good. If y'all follow us on Instagram, y'all should have saw it. If not, no, I ain't posted it yet. So it's coming soon. So make sure y'all follow us.
It'll be up by the time we post the video though.
Yeah, it'll be up. Okay.
Yeah, my week was good. I took some time off there. I needed to be unbothered. I told my team, check y'all in a few days. Yeah, I need to replenish. I need to fill my glass up because I was drained, baby. Drained.
Listen, it's
tired.
I don't know what it is, but it just seems like every time I leave work, I'm just like, hey, like, it's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot, but we're gonna get into all of that.
Yeah.
So first thing that we want to talk about is the struggles, and the main thing that I have an issue with is appearance.
Okay. Elaborate on that.
Okay, so we know as Black women, we got a little curve, we got a little ass, you know what I'm saying? We got a little breasts. And I feel like we shouldn't be punished for having a shape.
Okay. I see that.
Because I feel like, okay, so another race, we ain't gonna do all of that, but other races, they could wear their professional pants. They don't have to be
skirts,
pistol skirts and everything
with high slits,
without
heels.
a sweater. Us, on the other hand, let me see which cardigan gonna go best with this. All right, there's a cover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it because of the area we work in. I guess like the department we work in. I think there's a lot of judgment with being a person of color, and in that area, like.
I get where you're going.
Just we're held to a different standard than other people, and I think the fact that we're so young definitely
plays a factor.
Yeah, it plays a factor for sure. For me personally, I bring a big ass cardigan. I cover up, and the thing is, I definitely, so you get chastised for the way you're dressed by management, like other management. But for me, the issue was always how the coworkers were like gazing.
Yeah.
Like that was super uncomfortable.
I mean, that thing's sitting, you know what I'm saying?
It is stinging, don't get me wrong. That thing is always stinging. But that's why I've always felt like covered. And honestly, this is like the first place I've worked at where I'm like, let me wrap myself up in this big ass cardigan. Like, so, and maybe I just never noticed or paid attention to it, but I don't know.
My problem is, like, I can wear something and everybody's like, oh, okay,
It's because you be cute. You come in there and you got your nice little, little dress, little outfit, and they're just like, oh, she's not dressed like an old lady? What's going on?
Exactly.
I think that's what it is that we dress professional,
but
like fashionable.
Yeah.
So I see people come into work with like
leather pants,
flip flops, and
leather pants, leather skirt.
Yeah, like plain jeans and stuff, which is fine. That's you do what you do,
right?
But you gotta put a little spin on it sometimes, and I think they're just not used to that, so they look at it that way.
But I've seen people with like their leather pants, their leather skirts, and they be tight. It ain't you, it's tight, and they don't. No one says anything. Oh, it's old fashioned. Let me come in there, not even tight, just a little bit of. And that's the things that we go through. Like it's like anything I put on, you gonna see the ass. You gonna see it. It's not gonna, it's like, unless I put on a big sheet. But you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. And that's why sometimes I just wear a cardigan.
But honestly, I think as long as you stay true to yourself, like, who cares what they're thinking? That's definitely what I go, like, I think about when I go into work, because it's like, if the job is getting done, what I got on
don't come for me.
What I have on should not distract you.
Right.
If it does, that's definitely a you problem. I don't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
If you're uncomfortable, what they gonna do with me? It's not like I'm just like I'm in a strip club with titty tassels and throwing things in a circle, you know. I'm not, so I think as long as I stay true to who I am when I get into work, people, because at the end of the day, you can never please everybody.
Yeah, that's
you know, as long as you stay true to yourself and you're happy and you feel like what you're wearing is appropriate, there shouldn't be an issue. And what I find so crazy and so wild is that, you know, other management or, you know, your manager, other people would say something about it, but we don't have a dress code in the handbook. We can wear what we want. Like, there's no dress code. Trust me, I've read the handbook. I'm that girl. Because I never give people room to like come and be like, you shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Where does it say that?
Yeah.
It doesn't? This is a personal thing? This is how you feel? Oh, you're uncomfortable because the way I dress? That seems like you have an issue. That has nothing to do with me. So figure that out. Don't come for me. Exactly. That's definitely how I feel about it.
Speaking of come for me, let me tell y'all. So she know I come to work and I'm me. Like, I'm not changing for nobody. I'm gonna come in there with my hairstyles. I'm gonna come in there with my nails. I'm gonna do me.
I'm a little different though, cause I'm gonna give you that corporate girl.
But I'm gonna give you corporate girl, but I'm not gonna change like who I am as a person.
Which is good.
Like, I'm gonna be corporate. Just know these nails, it's gonna be done, and they may be a little long sometimes, maybe, depending on how I feel. And that shouldn't take away from my job, because I do a damn good job. Like, I'm recognized for doing a damn good job. So it was a situation, and I forget, I just got hired in the position, right? So I'm new kid on the scene, first black woman in this position. Kudos to me. And so I'm at, like, we're in the field or whatever, and a girl, well, not a girl, a woman, older woman, came up to me. And
these actions, she might have been a girl. Sorry.
So she came up to me and was like, they let you wear those nails? It took every fiber in my being not to cuss her out. Like, I was just, when she said that, I was just sitting there like, what? Before I could even get anything out, someone like cut in, like another black dude, he cut in and was like, oh, what are y'all talking about? Oh, I like her nails. Because he was trying to like cut me off because he knew I was going to read her for filth.
Ridiculous.
But it's just like, we deal with things like that. Like, what does my nails have to do with anything? And it's not like no crazy nails I get, like I'm getting neon purple, green, yellow. No.
But if you did, it
wouldn't matter. It shouldn't, right.
But the thing is, it's the audacity.
Exactly.
The caucasity.
But again, what is it?
The gonna call Cassidy. It's the entitlement.
Yeah.
That people feel to come to you about what you got on. I don't understand it. So, a few months ago, somebody came up to me and was like, two different situations. So I had took my braids out, and remember I shaved my hair last week. Last year. So my hair's been growing out, and you know, I will cut my hair off at any point in time. It grows its hair. So I love shaving my hair off. So I had shaved it off a few months ago, and then it grew back. So I'm like, and you know, I had braids in, and then I took let my natural hair breathe, you know, love it. So went to work, and then a lady in my office, she came up to me and she was like, I don't like it.
Oh, man.
And I said, I didn't ask you.
You said
absolutely, I didn't ask you. I said, well, I literally told her I didn't ask you, and I love it.
And what she said to that?
She walked away, as she should have. You should have stopped to my office and said that stuff to me anyway.
Did she just come to your office and say, I let it?
Yeah, like she did pass by to say good morning or whatever, and then I was just like, good morning. She was just like, I don't like it. I like your long hair. I said, that's good for you. I didn't ask you. I like it.
And not like you stopped by my office, kid.
I was just like, I don't need your opinion. I don't even ask for, you know, close friends. Unless I ask you for your opinion, keep it to yourself. If it's not positive, keep it to yourself.
You don't got nothing good to say. Don't say nothing at all.
Right. Like, I was like, okay. And I was quick with her because I was just like, you're too comfortable. We ain't cool. I don't know. You're a coworker. Stay in a coworker's place. Okay? You're barely an acquaintance. So simmer that shit all the way down. So another time, I had done my braid. I had some box braids. And I was wearing it down because, you know, they were fresh. Couldn't put it in a ponytail yet. And she was just like, I love it. And I said, good for you. Maybe you should get some. Like,
You're come back.
People think I'm such a jerk, but it's just like, where do you get off being so comfortable to comment on my appearance?
Exactly.
Like, we work in this building together. We are not friends. Like, I don't see you outside of work. We're not friends. Even if I see you outside of work, we're not friends.
Even when I accepted an award, like, I remember the individual was like, best hair and da-da-da-da. And I was like, awkward? That was awkward. Like, what my hair got to do with anything except for an award? Like,
yeah. I've never allowed any job I've worked at, like, any place I worked at, unless there was like a strict dress code, I've never allowed it to, you know,
change who you are.
Change who I am, stop my creativity. I love coloring my hair. I love bleaching my hair. I love piercings, tattoos.
Oh yeah.
That's just my thing. And
yeah, piercing's my thing.
Yeah, I did work, there was a place that I worked at where you had to wear uniform, and they wanted everyone to be uniform. Like, we all supposed to look the same. And I had my nose pierced, and they were like, oh, you need to take your nose piercing off. And I was just like, no. Because, like,
yeah,
no, you know? And it also shows you, okay, this is not the place for you to work at. Like, you know, you need to move on or whatever the case is. The place that I work at now, I've had pink, orange, purple, blue, teal, red, blonde.
I had almost everything. So.
I've had every color. I love cutting my hair. We bond with that because we love cutting our hair.
Right.
And I don't understand why people feel so comfortable in a corporate, you know, in corporate to comment on the way I look, the way I dress. Because number one, the handbook that we have has nothing mention on how you should dress to
Right.
work, because some people, you know, I don't approach them. I don't approach them and be like, "Why do you have your pajama pants on? Why do you have flip flops on?" To each his own.
Right.
I like to look good when I go to work.
Yes. As you
You
should.
like to look like a bum.
That's your problem.
That's your problem.
That's your problem.
You like to wear the same plaid shirt every day. That's your problem.
But the thing is, to me, it's just like I think they feel comfortable to comment on us because of our culture, and we're women and we're black.
Personally, I know that it's shifted, you know, how you feel at work, because you're like, why are they so focused on the way I look
Instead of the way,
you know, the work that's being done? Like, nothing about the way I look has anything to do with my work. Am I producing? Is the work getting done correctly?
Absolutely.
Am I being what's the word? Am I being
Productive?
Productive at work? Absolutely. So
I feel like we kind of have to work harder than anyone else to prove ourselves as far as like in our roles. Like, I feel like I have to work 10 times harder as my peers. Like, they can do one thing. I have to do A, B, C, D, E. Okay, now you're doing a great job. Damn, they're only doing A, B.
But I've definitely noticed that you have one person doing the bare minimum. Mm-hmm. When I say the bare minimum, barely getting by, but they're not being talked about. They're not being talked about.
I know talk about.
They're not being talked to. Like, they're not being held accountable. And then you have the next person doing it all. Yeah. Like, breaking their back, working from
Miss
home.
one thing.
Miss one thing, and that's the issue. Forget everything you've done.
Yes.
My work, the work that I produce, the way that I do things, the color of my skin shouldn't be factored into it. However,
it is.
The world that we live in.
Yes, it is.
It is extremely, you know, the department that we work for, it's, you know, it's factored into it. Like,
because it's a male-dominated industry.
It's male-dominated. It's dominated. So, you know, being black and dealing, you know, being
dominated.
Being
okay, so let me paint this picture for y'all. We had a meeting and all the management was there. And I was like, B, Lori, another person, another person, another person. 5 people in the room that were black in management. The rest, and may I say this? Well, it was like 6 or 7.
In a room of how many?
like 45. Ooh. Or 50.
Bruh.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And out of those 6 managers, only was like 3 or 4 women. Or 3 women or something like that. So that should paint the picture for y'all. So just imagine working in that type of environment, like the magnifying glass that's put on you. But I don't give a fuck.
But so personally, I just don't give a fuck. I definitely go to work, do what I gotta do. I don't let the fact that I'm black affect me.
Yeah.
However, I definitely stand in my blackness.
Yes, absolutely.
But I can tell that sometimes my blackness make others feel uncomfortable, and I love it.
Oh, I love it. Like, I remember before I cut my hair, I used to come to work with my fro girl, and I used to be,
oh my gosh. Remember that a few years ago, there was, for Black History Month, We dressed in our African clothing.
Yes, baby.
Baby, people was uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. I was like, let me tell you something. I have a shirt. It says Black Excellence. You don't think I would twerk? Oh. Okay. Somebody said to me, you wear that to work?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm black and I'm excellent.
It's uniform every Friday, dress down day. Cause what you gonna say?
What you gonna say?
Let me tell you something. This has nothing to do with being black in management. Has a lot to do with being black. However, I got a story, baby.
What was the story?
I got a story.
Well, the camera is blinking. Hopefully, it won't cut off on your story. Go ahead.
So, somebody saw we created posters for Black History Month. All the things that black people, without black people, we wouldn't have XYZ.
Right. As they should.
Apparently, Home Skillet Biscuit reached out to somebody and said, "That's not true. Black people didn't do any of that."
What? Oh.
I said, "Oh, that
Black history is American history."
When that came to me, I was so dumbfounded. I was like, huh?
Run that back. So, what they even, okay, I need understanding. And maybe they need some understanding too. They saw it on the board. They felt in their heart that they just want to say that that's not true. Nobody asked you.
I know it exists, but I was just so lost. I was just like, again, the audacity. You felt so comfortable. You felt compelled in your spirit to say that to somebody. Like, who asked you?
And he actually, no, honestly, I feel like he said it to the right person. Because if it was like me, my sister taught me this. She said, anytime like someone of another race questions you or says a statement, she says, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Let me
explain.
tell you something.
I'm dumb. What do you mean?
I would have questioned it. I definitely would have questioned it. But I don't know if I have enough grace in that moment to allow that to sit with me. I probably would have had to quit. Because I probably would have one-two'd him. For sure. Yeah, because think about it. How would you, like, I don't think, like, God is working on me. Like, he is. Right? He's working, meaning I haven't gotten there. Like, I'm working on myself. I'm not there. I'm not where I need to be. So I could take it back. So I definitely feel like people are entitled in the workplace. Like, and it's up to you. Like, it's up to me to set those boundaries.
Right.
Like that young person, not young person, she's not young at all. That person that came to me and questioned me about my hair and what she liked about my hair, I had to set that shit straight.
Right.
You cut it out, like, girl, huh?
Right. But I even like, usually when people say stuff to me, I be like, oh, that's how you feel? Oh, okay. And now they know not to bother me.
But I have to shut it down.
Right.
Don't you ever
in your life
feel comfortable to address me about me.
It's so funny because I honestly feel like they too scared for me because I know I'm gonna do like other races do. I'm not gonna argue with you. HR, EO, what'd you say? Oh, okay, thank you. Next day, 5. Sorry. I don't got time to argue with you. Yeah. Soft life.
But I don't even argue with people. I think I just
nip it in the bud.
Set my boundaries.
Yeah.
Because I never want anyone that don't know me like that
to have the nerve to actually comment. Yeah.
Like, I don't invite many people in my space, in my energy, in my aura.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, people feel like when I want to know, when you tell me, I don't like this, what you want me to say? Okay, I'm gonna go home and take it off. Like, I want to know what do you expect? Hey, I don't like your hair. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go get it done. No worry. Like, what do you expect from telling me what you don't like about what I got going on?
Right. I feel like we're known. Black women are known, and this is a known fact, that we switch up our hair like no tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Like 2 weeks we got braids, another 2 weeks we got a wig, another 2 weeks we wear our natural hair. It's however we feel, right. And we can do that. It's not up to you to determine which hairstyle I'm going to wear. So right before I was going to tell this story, the camera turned off, so it wouldn't let me be great. But so I was in an area where, you know, individuals congregate or whatever. And she was like, I like your hair. And me being Bubbles, oh, thank you. And then she proceeds to be like, oh yeah, I always like your hair. Cringe. And it's always different. It's just like, wow, what hairstyle she's gonna do next. And I was like, okay, I don't know. And I kind of like tried to change the subject. I'm like, yeah, that's. And she's like going on, and then like she went to like, it's like, how did you do that? Like, cause I had my
Black magic. Your kind wouldn't know about it.
I had some faux locks in, y'all, and she was just so amazed. She's like, wow, how did you do that? And I'm like, easy. But cause usually I have my short hair in, you know, I do my little curly little fro, whatever. But the faux locks were like at least like 24 inches long, and she was amazed. She was just like, wow. And I'm just like, and she went to say, she was like, wow. And I kind of like, the way I was positioned, don't touch my hair. It's not fair to touch. You can look. Mm-hmm. No touching.
So I don't mind when people are actually, like, when they're genuinely wanting to know. Like, I'm here to educate. I'm here to educate, always. So I think I had a wig on, and she was like, oh my God, is that a wig? And I said, yes, it is. Like, why are you whispering? It's a wig.
Ooh.
That's a hat. I put it on this morning. It's like a hat. I put it on this morning. And she was like, oh, can I touch it? And I was like, sure. It's a headband wig. I put it on. I do my edges. I look good. Yes. I'm here to educate.
I can see that, but
it's definitely important.
But I don't like when people. I can see a little like touch. Oh wow, don't be. Oh wow, oh wow. I'm not a dog. Don't pet me.
Oh yeah, I don't like to be petted. But
not a dog.
What I can say is I don't mind them touching like a wig, or if they're interested with like my braids, but if it's my natural hair, don't touch me. I think there's a difference for me.
It is sort of kind of, because your hair that's me, like you're.
Yeah, and then you have to be mindful on who, you know, lays hands on you.
Yeah.
Because like stuff like that is powerful. Like you don't want nobody with no negative shit putting their hands on you.
Yeah, that's true.
So the wig, I did mine because I take it off when I get home. It's a hat, so it wasn't problematic at the time. So I let her touch it. It was cool, but you know, people have. It's the audacity. Honestly, I think that is the reoccurring theme in our video and our conversation today. Is just people have the gall, the balls, the stones, you know, to do certain things. And I think society has definitely made a lot of people extremely comfortable to do certain things. But personally, try me. Because I really don't give, I don't really give a fuck. Right? Like, I'm gonna do me.
Right.
I'm gonna stand in who I am. If my blackness makes you uncomfortable, that got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
And
okay.
I'm a black manager. I'm not a manager that happens to be black.
Period. Ooh.
Right? Like.
Ooh. Say that one time.
I don't need to walk around and be like, I'm doing this because I'm black. But in everything that I do, I'm intentional with it. My intentions are this black person that I am. That's all I know how to be.
Exactly.
Right? So other people they're gonna have their thoughts. I'm not like a chameleon where I can change.
That's a good one.
Right? Like I can't.
That's a good one. Because
go ahead, girl, speak on it.
Because I feel like a lot of black people do this.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like since they're in corporate America, that they have to talk with the inflection of their voice or sound proper. I don't have to do that.
Well, I have white people voice all the time.
No, it's not a white person voice to where it's like, oh, she trying too hard. It's professional black voice.
It's just how my voice is. I'm not going to lie. I did have somebody, I called them up and be like, hey, about something. And then when they came into the office, they were like, honestly, I didn't know you were black because of my voice. And I was like, fooled ya. But it's never my intention. It's just the way that I speak. Like, I'm not going to be unprofessional at work. I think in my professionalism is not just at work. It's in different arenas that you're in. You show up the way you want to be looked at.
Right.
And I want to be looked at as I am this strong black person who I have self-worth. So I'm not going to be talking crazy and but
that's like with me, the same way I'm talking now, that's how I talk.
It really is. That's how she talk at work.
Like, and then if I'm giving a presentation, best believe it's gonna be very professional, but it's gonna sound like this.
Very articulate.
Like, it's gonna sound like this, and I feel like we should be able to do this. Like, and aside from voices, like, I'm not gonna change the music I listen to. Like, if you come into my office, you probably gonna hear some Mary J. You are probably gonna hear some Kim. You probably gonna hear some Michael Jackson. You probably gonna hear Brandy. It depends on what mood I'm in.
I'm not gonna lie. Sorry to cut you off.
What?
So I listen to music at work, but most of the times I'll put my AirPods in. But there was this morning, like, I was gymming and it wasn't like crazy loud, but like my songs were just it wasn't playing in order or anything. I wasn't listening to like a particular artist. So I'm listening, I'm like, oh, this is my jam, and I went from like a soft song and it was just like my neck, my back. This is my stuff though, but
that happened to me before, but it wasn't my neck, my back. It was wet. Where was it? It was like, that ain't work appropriate. Let's go.
Listen, I be gymming at work, like.
But now I have a dedicated playlist, so now I'm good.
Like I said, you pay attention to details. I just don't have that time for that. I'm gonna listen to what I want to listen to, and I literally recently like moved some of my gospel music away from my playlist because it was going from like my neck, my back to Lord, and I was like, no, we can't do that.
Bring it back.
But he know my heart. He is cool. He know what he created. So it's okay. It's alright.
But honestly, I've seen what people like when they get around certain people, they change, and then when they get around certain people, it's like I want to be down. No.
But my question for people like that is, how do you keep up? Like, how do you keep up with all of these different
personalities
stories,
and characteristics,
personas, and I can't. I think it takes attention to do stuff like that. Like, I can't.
It's exhausting. Just be yourself.
I don't know how to do it, you know. So if I'm in a spot and this person doesn't like how I am and who I'm being, then I don't need to be there. Like, I heard somebody say, I don't remember, I think it was Meg the Stallion that said, if I'm in a room and people are uncomfortable with how I'm making them feel, I think she either said like she doesn't need to be in that room, or
they need to,
or you know. Yeah. But the thing is that, and this is like, you know, with age for me, it was, I no longer feel the need to gain approval from others.
Right.
Right? Because I think it's important to stand on who you are. But first you gotta like find out who you are.
Right.
Like, you don't realize that, you know, when you're young in your 20s, you're doing what you're doing. So yeah, you have to get to a point where you're like, this is who I am. I can stand in who I am. These words that I'm saying, they mean something to me. And you're not just speaking to, you know, you're not just talking to talk. Like, you're being intentional. And I think it's so important to be intentional with your words. I tell you, I think that is such an important thing, because your words are freaking powerful.
Yes. Right?
And personally, the shade that I throw, I'm intentional with it. The honesty that I'm giving you, I'm intentional with it. I think everything that I say, I don't sit there and analyze what I'm saying, but if I say it, I probably mean it. I probably don't mean it forever, but in that moment, I meant it. So, you know, it is what it is. If it hurts you, navigate through, you know, being black women in management. There are certain things that we have to deal with. Of course, we will want to go into work where the color of our skin doesn't, the treatment that we receive is not because just solely on the color of our skin, right? But that's definitely not the world we live in. So it plays a role. Although they're not so blunt about it, you'll find people who will disregard what you've accomplished because of the color of your skin, or they'll say you've had aid to get where you need to get because of the color of your skin. Oh, she's in management. Who does she sleep with to get up?
Oh, that's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? So, who does she know? How she get from?
How does she get that
so fast?
I had someone. It was so funny. So, in my previous role, I didn't have any of my degrees up because baby is an educated girl, okay? And so I didn't have none of my degrees up. And when I got this position, they were like, how did she get that? Da-da-da-da, right? And then they sent out, because usually when you get like promoted or a new person joins the team, they send out the whole, you know, email explaining like what the person does and where they're from and their background. And when they started to explain like, oh, bachelor's, master's, they're like, oh, wait a minute. Like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, because you assume. And when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself.
Corporate America has definitely, you know, they're learning how to
deal with
black people.
Yeah. I think slowly but surely they're learning about us. I forgot who it was on Instagram, but she was like, I'm educated, I'm professional, but if you see me driving in the parking lot and you hear some booty, look the other way. I was just like, that is on me. Like, don't judge me by what I have on, what I listen to, my appearance. That's none of your concern. What does the work say?
Yeah.
What's the work product?
But we're not, the society that we live in definitely is not there.
It's not.
We live in a judgmental society. They're definitely going to judge you, but it's all how you respond to it.
I honestly feel like when you don't respond to it, and it's just like when you keep going and you keep like doing positive things and you just showing your ass, like I'm that bitch.
Right. I think as long as you stay true to yourself,
Uh-huh.
you good. And that's definitely my motto. Like, as long as I'm okay with
I'm
me,
okay.
you know, I'm not concerned.
Right.
I definitely, yeah, my mentality is 100%. I don't give a fuck. But it's not like I don't care. It's just, although, you know, how people view black women, you know, in corporate, in management, how, you know, although they view, however they view them, right? I'm gonna stand on who I am. If you feel like this is not the place for me, then maybe it's not the place. It's not the place for me, and that is fine. But you know, it is what it is. We're definitely.
I can say that throughout all the bullshit that we go through, her and I, Lori and Lena, anything we put our name on is gonna be successful.
Of course,
it's gonna bang. It's gonna hit.
But I definitely feel like the space that we are in, we've definitely outgrown that.
Yes.
Space. I think where we are in terms of employment, I think they can't grow anymore.
Yeah.
I think they're at their
at
peak.
capacity.
They're that's it. They've reached their peak. So, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But I welcome the judgment. Go ahead, judge me on my clothes, judge me on my hair. But I don't.
But you can't say nothing about my work product. And that's facts, baby.
It is.
Sure.
It is. But
so, yeah, that was a good little topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we just wanted to talk about, you know, the struggles, the expectations we deal with in, you know, corporate America, black
and y'all,
management.
Maybe comment down below and tell us your experiences. You don't even have to be in management. Just tell your experience in being black in the workplace, period.
Yeah,
you know?
Very true.
Yeah. So, as I say, tell your friends, tell your auntie, tell your mother, tell your sister.
And your exes.
Them too. Block them. No, reblock or unblock them. And then reblock them. Peace. Bye, y'all.